Guys, time for weekly wax melts number 9. Yes, I'm aware that I'm a day early, but I figured that was better than being late like I was last time, right? Actually, I knew ahead of time that I was going to have an extremely busy weekend. Our grandson is coming from out of town to spend the weekend at the farm with us. And tomorrow I will be babysitting for Emma so that Ashton, who works third shift, can try to get caught up on a little bit of sleep without having to worry about the baby or be up all day, because the baby is actually teething and currently has an ear infection, poor little thing. But anyway, knowing that I was going to be busy, I melted 2 scent shots yesterday so that you'll still get the full 7 scent shot weekly review that you always do. And as long as I'm uploading a day early, I wanted to take the time to wish Chelsea a very happy 21st birthday. Chelsea will turn 21 on the 19th of this month, which is coincidentally the same day that my dad will turn 81. So in celebration of Chelsea's birthday, Victoria is having a sale which actually started this morning at 9 a.m. Central Time and will run through Saturday, August 3rd at 9 a.m. Central Time. And the sale details are that you will get 21% off of any order totaling $50 or more, excluding shipping. And if your order is under that $50 mark, then you will get the 10% that you always do from Victoria. There's no coupon or code needed. The cart will automatically update when you place the order. As some of you also know, 3 weeks ago I got a very special surprise box of candles by Victoria from a woman who I love like a sister. And now that 3 weeks has passed, I couldn't wait anymore. I had to dive into that box. So all of the scent shots that I'm reviewing today, all but one actually, are a part of what was in that box. So I'm just going to go ahead and jump right in and get started and get this uploaded for you guys. So I melted Singapore Sling. This is wonderful. Now, anybody who's watched Jason's reviews, and who hasn't, we all love Jason to death, knows that he thinks that this smells like a lemon poppy seed muffin. I could not agree more. That is exactly what this smells like. I give this 5 stars. It's awesome. Now, this is from the Black Label line, so rather than being $2 for this 2-ounce scent shot, as all of those from the regular line are, this one is actually $3.25 because the oils used in here are a higher quality oil. It's worth the extra $1.25 to try this. It's that good. I melted this on Sunday, and my husband's best friend from high school happened to stop over and visit. And the minute he walked in the door, he said to me, "It smells so good in here. You must be burning one of those candles that you get from that company that you're always talking about." And he actually liked this so much that even though his visit this time was a little short-lived, next time he's here, he wants to go through my stash so that he can place an order himself. So that's saying something. This is husband approved and best friend approved and whatever. You've got to try this scent shot because it's incredible. I also melted Japanese pear and ginseng. Now, when I first opened the box, I said that I did not smell pear in this, that it smelled more like lime to me, and it still does. I still do not smell pear. It actually smells like a summer hummer, which I also said when I first got it and did the cold sniff review. It smells like ginger ale and lime. It's wonderful. I give it 4.5 stars. It actually smells in the warmer. It smells exactly the same as it does cold. And I think anybody who likes Victoria's lime scents, now you might actually get pear out of this when you smell it, so please don't go based solely on my nose and the fact that I'm smelling lime. But I think if you like Victoria's lime scents, that you would like this one. I melted honey orange. Now this is the only one that did not come out of that surprise package. This is one that I fell in love with the first time I smelled it. Ashton was actually chosen as a scent reviewer the month that this came out, and it wasn't a favorite for her, so she passed it along to me, and I am so happy that she did. I give this 5 stars. It is seriously amazing. If you are a citrus lover especially the oranges, and you haven't tried this, please do. The orange in here is sweet and tart at the same time. I'm sorry, I think I got a mosquito bite again. And so incredibly juicy. And then the honey in here obviously gives it an added sweetness, and this is a true honey. Now what I mean by that, and here I go with another one of my stories I'm so famous for. Anybody who watches my reviews knows that my childhood memories on my grandparents' farm are among the happiest of my life. Growing up on that farm, or being on that farm every weekend with my cousins, and there are a lot of us, which is why I have so many fond memories. My grandpa kept beehives behind the house. And when we would be out there, a lot of times he would go out to the hive, bring in honeycomb. I mean, these things were like dripping with honey. And he'd break off a chunk. Sorry, now I've got a hair tickle in my eye. It's just going to be an awesome review. He would break off a chunk of that honeycomb for each of us, and we'd just pop it in our mouth and chew it like bubble gum. The honey in here smells like that, like true, organic, fresh honey. It is seriously crazy good. And again, if you are a citrus lover, please try this, because I do not think you'll be disappointed at all. I melted strawberry white cake. Now, anybody who is on the CBV AU page is familiar with this scent by now. It's being raved about. This has become an instant hit with Victoria's customers. Sadly, I only gave it 4.5 stars, which is still an excellent rating, but it's not the strawberry that I thought it was going to be. I guess I expected this to be kind of like strawberry poke cake, if you're familiar with what that is. Kind of like you poke the holes in the cake and then you pour, I don't know, my aunt always poured strawberry jello or whatever flavor jello she decided to use into the cake. That's what I thought this was going to smell like. I thought I was going to get equal parts of cake and strawberry, and that this was going to be a truer strawberry scent. In reality, I get a lot more strawberry than I do cake, and the strawberry to me has a medicinal smell to it, like a strawberry cough syrup or a strawberry, or like a Luden's cough drop. Now, I did get more cake out of this once it went into the warmer, but it actually took a couple of hours for that cake smell to start being more noticeable, if you will, once the strawberry started burning off a little bit. This is still a wonderful scent. Please do not ever not buy anything based solely on my reviews or anybody else's, because only your nose knows what you like. You might love the strawberry in here, you might not get that medicinal note, and you're not going to know until you try it for yourself. And you're not going to know for sure whether or not it's something you like until you try it warm. That being said, this is an extremely strong throwing scent, and it lasted all day. And I know there are tons of people who are going to love this. I know there are tons of people who do love this. I just wish it had been a little heavier on the cake. Bamboo and grated ginger. Now, this is the one, when I first pulled it out of the box, I believe I said that this was my least favorite of that bunch, and that I would have to wait and put it in the warmer to give you a truer assessment of what I thought of it. 4 3/4 stars. This is a perfect example of what I just mentioned. Put it in your warmer. Don't base anything on cold throw. Don't base anything on anybody else's nose. If you're new to the page, eventually you're going to learn to know what your nose likes and doesn't. I was very, very surprised by this. I'm not normally the kind of spa type person, but this is fantastic. It smells clean and crisp and fresh. There's a little bit of citrus in there, and it actually smells like a very, very sexy man's body wash or cologne. So I really enjoyed this one. Key lime pie, another of those tart limes that I love so much. This one was another, though, that I wish the lime had been a little bit heavier in here than what it was. What I do get out of this, and it is prominent, but for me, I could smell more of the crust than I could the lime, and I wish it had been reversed. The lime that is in here is that tart lime that so many of us love. It does have a little bit of creaminess to it, as key lime pie does, and the crust in here is wonderful. So I did give this one as well 4.5 stars. It was an excellent melting week. And last but certainly not least is sugared shortbread. Now this one, when I pulled it out of the box, I knew immediately I was going to love this. What I didn't know was how much. This is fantastic. If you're going to try any bakery scent at all, try this. Now, you all know how I feel about lemon ginger snap pie because it's been brought up by me numerous times. And I've always said that I believe that to be one of Victoria's truest bakery scents. This is another. If you have ever had, and who hasn't, that shortbread where it's so perfectly flavored and so perfectly baked that the minute you pop a piece in your mouth, it almost feels like it begins to melt. If you can imagine that sensation in scent form, that's what this is. Star rating of 1 to 5, this is a 10. This is freaking amazing. Now, when I first threw it in the warmer this morning, I did have my doors and windows open, so it was drafty in here, and I wasn't getting a lot of throw, or I didn't think I was. As it turns out, when I walked into another room in the house, the draft that was coming in from the doors and the windows was actually pushing the scent into another area of the house, and it was fantastic. It's a wonderful throw. If you like Granny's pie crust, I think you're going to like this a lot. This is probably 2 times as strong as Granny's pie crust is, but you still get that same kind of sweet bakery scent that so many people love. And now I don't know if there's lemon in here or not, but I get a little bit of lemon out of this. As I said, try this. I don't think anybody will be disappointed with the scent, or very few people will be anyway, especially if you're a Granny's pie crust lover. So that's it for this week, guys. Again, Chelsea, happy birthday, honey. I hope it's one of your best yet. How can it not be? You're turning 21. So thanks again, guys, for watching, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye.